This is a scenario sometime later this winter. In Ukraine, NATO intervenes and war between Russia and the United States begins. Retaliation for a U.S. cruise missile strike against Russian forces, Russia fires a missile and sinks a U.S. guided missile cruiser in the Black Sea. 2 U.S. aircraft take off carrying B-61 nuclear gravity bombs. Nuclear detonations sink Russian ships in the Black Sea. Russia retaliates by hitting NATO targets throughout Europe with nuclear weapons. The U.S. launches a massive nuclear strike against Russia. Russian early warning systems detect the U.S. launch, and Russia launches a massive nuclear strike against the U.S. and Europe. More than 3,000 nuclear detonations occur in 1 hour. Nuclear firestorms incinerate all the major cities of Europe, the United States, and Russia. The massive nuclear firestorms cover hundreds of thousands of square miles. Everything remotely flammable burns in the fire zones. 150 million tons of soot and smoke created by the firestorms rapidly rises above cloud level into the stratosphere. The smoke spreads around the Earth and forms a global stratospheric smoke layer. The smoke will block warming sunlight from reaching the Earth's surface. 70% of sunlight is blocked in the northern hemisphere and 35% is blocked in the southern hemisphere. Because it can't be rained out in the stratosphere, the smoke layer will remain there for at least 10 years. The loss of warming sunlight creates ice age weather conditions around the Earth. The temperatures fall below freezing every day for the next 3 years. Ice age weather prevents food crops from being grown for 10 years. Most humans and other land animals will starve to death. This is a mass extinction event.
It is this criminal policy of nuclear brinkmanship which contains the danger of the annihilation of the entire human species in a global nuclear war and following nuclear winter, which is what automatically makes every individual on Earth a world citizen who has to take the responsibility for the outcome of this present conjuncture of human history. We therefore want to catalyze an international movement of world citizens who are committed to propose a new international security and development architecture, which will take into account the interest of every single country on the planet. This concept, to consider the interest of every country, was the principle of the Peace of Westphalia, which laid the basis for peace after 150 years of religious war in Europe, and represented the beginning of international law and laid the foundation for the UN Charter, which we need to uphold and reassert.